Hi, I'm Mitch Gallagher. Welcome to Sweetwater's Guitars and Gear. This time out, an amazingly powerful delay from Boss. Let's get started. Today we're checking out the brand new DD-500 digital delay from Boss. Now this pedal does an amazing variety of things. It's incredibly flexible, it's incredibly controllable, and it'll allow you to create just about any delay effect that you want. We have 12 different delay types ranging everywhere from vintage digital delays to special effects, and we'll go through those 12 different types here in just a second. You have 99 banks available for storing presets inside the DD-500, and you can set those banks up so they either hold 2 or 3 different presets. So you can have a maximum of either 198 or 297 presets available at any given time. We have MIDI in and out for controlling presets as well as accessing parameters, and you can also do MIDI over USB from your DAW using a USB port on the back of the DD-500. We have stereo inputs and stereo outputs, or you can run it in mono input, mono output, or you can send a mono input in and get a stereo output out. We have a control input that can accept either a dual foot switch or an expression pedal, so you can access either a continuous parameter using the expression pedal or switch 2 functions on and off using 2 foot switches. We have 3 foot switches on the front panel, and you can assign those to just about any function that you want. By default, you use them for selecting among banks and among presets. And we also have a tap tempo switch that can function as a control switch for accessing a parameter. All of this can be freely assigned to just about any parameter or any setting that you want. It really is flexible as far as the routing of the control signals coming into the DD-500. In addition to using the 12 different delay types individually, you can have any 2 of those delay types available simultaneously, so you can select either between 2 of them or use both of them at the same time. And while you're doing that, you can still access the onboard phrase looper that gives you up to 2 minutes of record time. Navigating the DD-500 is very simple, and we have control over parameters from the front panel as well. You can access delay time, feedback, effects level, modulation depth, and tone control right from the 5 knobs on the front panel. Let's listen to the 12 different delay types that the DD-500 provides. I'm playing a Gibson Custom Les Paul Standard 1959 reissue through a Jazz Chorus 40 from Roland. To begin, we have a vintage delay type that's based on the Roland SDE 3000 or the DD2 digital delay pedal from Boss. It sounds like this. It's a clean digital delay, but it has a little bit of that grittiness that you'd expect from a vintage delay line. Next up, we have a tape delay. Our next delay type is analog. That's a nice warm sounding delay that really sits behind your playing nicely. Next up we have standard, which is a straight ahead digital delay. It's a nice clean sound. The next several delay types add special effects to the delay. So first up we have the Terra Echo. Now this is based on the Terra Echo pedal from Boss, and it adds a filter, some reverb, and a variety of other different modulation effects to give you a really rich, effected sound. The slow attack delay type removes the attack on the beginning of the delays, so you get a smooth fading in kind of an effect. The filter delay type allows you to change the character of the repeats using a variety of different filters. Our next delay type is Shimmer, which adds high harmonics into the delay repeats. The Sfx delay type gives us a variety of different effects, including bit crushing and others. The reverse delay type plays the delay repeats backward. The pattern delay type gives us 16 different delay taps that you can use to create rhythmic effects as well as stereo effects. The dual delay type gives us two different effects at once. And we have access to so many different parameters for controlling these 12 delay types that you can get an incredible variety of effects here. Everything from straight, analog, or tape type effects, all the way to incredible special effects. Let's check out a few of the presets to hear some of the sounds that the DD-500 can create. As I mentioned, one of the great things about the DD-500 is you can actually have two different delay types available simultaneously, and you can turn them on and off using the A/B foot switches on the front panel. So in this case, I've got a bit crush delay effect under switch A, and under switch B, I've got a filter delay effect, and I can bring those in and out individually or use them simultaneously. Now you set this up in the system menu by setting up the pedal mode. So let me show you what it sounds like. Here's our A switch. And here's our B effect. Now in the simultaneous mode, I can use both at once. It really gives you access to a wide variety of textures combining those different delay types. As I mentioned earlier, the DD-500 also features a built-in phrase looper, so we can record a phrase in, overdub on top of that, and play back. We can also play along with it, and in fact we can use the delay line while we're playing along with the loops. So here's how we do that. We simply hold down the A foot switch. We'll switch into loop mode. Now when we press the A switch, we'll go into record mode. Once we have our bass loop recorded, we can overdub on top of that. So we'll start our playback. To clear a loop, we simply hold down the B switch and the tap control switch at the same time. The loop's cleared and the memory's emptied out. We're ready to record a new loop. Now, as I mentioned, we can also record and play back while the delay is active. So if we switch out of this mode, we'll go back to delay mode, turn on one of our delays. Now we can go back to loop mode, begin recording a loop. So the delays remain active, and in fact you can have two different delay types going simultaneously and still use the phrase looper. You have so much control over what's happening inside the DD-500, and pretty much all of those parameters can be saved on a per preset basis. So for example, on one preset you could have the delay continue to ring when you change to the next preset. In another you could have that carryover stop when you change to another preset. The DD-500 features 32-bit 96 kHz converters, so it really has pristine sound quality. And you also can operate it either in buffered input mode or you can use it in true bypass mode. Now the one difference is when you're in true bypass, you can't have carryover on the delay, so the delay can't continue to sound as you move from one preset to another. When you're in buffered mode, you can have that carryover active, so your delay continues to sound even when you change presets. I'm really excited about the DD-500. There really hasn't been a delay type that I've wanted to create that I couldn't go into the DD-500 and set up. It's so flexible. Everything from straight ahead choruses, modulated delays, vintage delays, special effects, filtered effects, pattern effects, rhythmic effects, so many different capabilities inside the DD-500, and you have so much control over everything that's happening, whether you're using an expression pedal, using switches, or just setting up the different presets for the way you want them to sound. I hope you've enjoyed this installment of Sweetwater's Guitars and Gear. Be sure to tune in next time. We'll have more guitars, more amps, more effects, and we'll be making lots of music. I'm Mitch Gallagher.